Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thunderous Logan here. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the best jailbreak money and contract grinding method that I know of as of January 2021. Or February 2021, depending on when you're watching this, because it's almost February, so I don't know. Now, I did do a video similar to this back in June 2020, and that video is sitting at 14,000 views. Like, I don't know how it got that many, I have no idea, but I mean, it really seems like all of you that watch my channel, or even just anyone that searches on YouTube or looking for those kinds of videos, or even for my own channel, I have no idea. But it seems like those videos seem to do, like, really well, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. I still don't know how it got that many. It's literally the most viewed video on my channel right now. I have no idea, but, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this. Now, keep in mind that most of this video is just going to be me explaining, like, you know, how to grind in, let's say, a public server, or let's say a private server like we're in right now, and like, you know, the best way to do your contracts. So we're first going to start off with the best grinding method that I know of in a private server. So I'm just gonna, go ahead and escape. Actually, you know, I'm not gonna go through the sewer, I got a better idea. So I got my alternate account in the game here, and I'm just going to escape this way to make things much easier, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hijack this now. Okay, so I got myself a Black Hawk now. I have completed the first step that I put on my grinding method notepad, filled with like tips and priority list, and tips in public servers, and tips on how to grind out contracts. I got it all on notepad. So we completed step 1, which is get an alt or friend on, and get a key, and get a helicopter. Now I have all 3 of those things, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So what you want to do first is go ahead and rob the museum and power plant. Okay, now speaking of the stores you rob, or go ahead and put a priority list of stores that you should, like, you know, go for first if they're open right now. So there you go, you could just go ahead and pause the video and check that out. Anyway, we'll do a quick demonstration here. We're gonna go ahead and rob the museum first. Or did I lock my helicopter? Okay, no, I didn't. It's a good thing I didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and rob the museum first, and now we're gonna go ahead. Oh wait, actually, oh yeah, I still need to get, you know, 2 extra kilograms. I keep forgetting about that because, like, the museum, you were only able to get 8 kilograms for like 2.5 years, something like that. Okay, so next thing you do is get your alt or friend. You know, this is why I didn't want to lock the helicopter, and you're gonna go ahead and rope yourself down. Now, you don't want to go ahead and, you know, pull yourself up immediately, because if you try that, then that's what happens. And you don't want to do that. You could actually die if you know, fall on the laser. What you want to do instead is, okay, hold on. What you want to do instead is grab the rope and then just gradually, and now I'm stuck. Okay, take 3, let's go ahead and get on the rope, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drag myself out just like that, and you're out of the museum, and I can just rope myself in. Go ahead and do the same for my friend Aqua Shadow here. Okay, alright, there we go. We got him out. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the power plant. Now the power plant is actually the only robbery that I know of right now that I can actually, you know, stack stuff with. I think it might be able to do with the cargo ship as well, but I think only the power plant so far, or maybe the cargo ship, I don't know. Oh, I actually forgot something. We need to actually go ahead and get jetpacks. Why? I mean, first off, you know, they're useful, and like, you actually need a jetpack to get rid of your museum bag just like that. So, you know, you can actually stack your museum money, where you have an easier time stacking your museum money with power plant money. Okay, let's just go ahead and rob the power plant. Oh yeah, another tip, you can actually go right here, then you could just finish the puzzle there, then, you know, you would get more money that way. Okay, let's just go ahead and turn our cash right in, and there we go. I think we got like over We got well over 10,000 from that, so that's why I want, you know, rob the museum and power plant as many times as you can. Okay, so now what's next, you might ask? Well, let's go ahead and look at our priority list again. So the passenger train, that might be, and I mean, I could just spawn in for demonstration purposes. See, I'll just go ahead and do that. Now, I definitely want to show the passenger train in this video. Let's just go ahead and spawn this in real quick. Oh, what? A cargo train? Seriously? Oh my god. There's only a 20% chance of that happening, and one time I do it. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. We got a passenger train in the map. Now, something you might not have known about the passenger train, some of you know this, some of you don't. You can actually rob the passenger train as many times as you want, which is why I put it as, you know, number 2 on the priority list. Oh, what? You don't believe me? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll prove that right now, actually. Okay, we robbed it one time. Let's go ahead and rob it another time because, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so here we are at the passenger train again. Let's just go ahead and I'll just wait for this to open. Okay, let's go ahead and grab briefcases. As you can see, I am still, you know, getting cash. I think I did story briefcase, but there should be plenty more stuff in there. Okay, so we're obviously not going to be able to rob it a third time, but yeah, you can rob it as many times as you want. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn this once again, and there we go. See, you can rob the passenger train as many times as you want. I wasn't lying about that. That's that is a fact. I mean, they might patch at one point, depending on when you're watching this video, I don't know, but as of right now, you can't do that. Okay, we'll take a look at our priority list again. So, okay, the museum and power plant are probably opened again, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that. Oh, wait, look at that, the power plant just opened. And I believe the museum is also open. Yes, it is. Okay, let's do this. And we'll go ahead and turn that in, and we got well over 10,000 cash once again. Okay, so if you look at our priority list again, so museum and power plant, we just love those two. Passenger train, that can't be the map, it's daytime. Cargo ship, I don't think it is. Okay, no, I don't believe the cargo ship is, which leaves us with the bank. And we look at that, the bank is open, so let's go ahead and go right inside. And it's exactly why you need a key card, you know. And there we go, we have completed our bank robbery. Okay, so looking at the priority list again, I believe, I mean, the museum and power plant, I mean, I didn't see the power plant open or the museum, so passenger train can't be here, the cargo ship I don't think is here. Okay, no, it's not, which leaves us with the jewelry store. So let's go ahead and rob the jewelry store here. And there we go, we have successfully robbed the jewelry store and the power plant just open, which means we would do the museum and power plant again, but I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I think you get the idea by now. Now, I do understand that not everyone is able to afford a private server, which is why I have an idea of how you can also use a similar grinding method in a public server, and all the stuff that you need to do is completely free. So in public servers, I understand, like, there could be a lot of cops chasing you when you know, trying to just, get money, maybe you're saving up for, like, the Volt Bike or something, I don't know, whatever the case is. So what you're gonna want to do is download Better Roblox, which I'll leave a link to in the description, and that'll give you, like, much better navigation abilities. I also recommend it, like, anyway, because it makes the Roblox website look a lot better. Okay, so once you've added Better Roblox as a browser extension, you're going to want to go ahead and go to the Jailbreak homepage and scroll all the way down to the servers, and then you would see this new feature right here where you can actually scroll through servers. Where you can scroll through servers a lot easier with this now. So like I could just click this arrow here and click through, and it would take me through every single server there is, and I can even type in what server page I want. Okay, wait, that's way too high, like let's say 100, and then it will go ahead and load the 100th page of Jailbreak servers. Now if you click this button, well, let's say, I don't know, the left one, it brings you all the way back to page number 1. Now if you click the right button, it brings you all the way to the last page, and there isn't actually any servers found because, servers are getting refreshed like crazy, like probably like a few, like every second or something, I don't know. So it might take some time to find, but you want to go ahead and just start scrolling through a little bit. Okay, here we go. So we got, these are currently the small servers that are existing on Jailbreak right now. And so right here you can see that there's some servers that have 2 players in it and some servers that only have 1 player in it. So what you can do now is join the smallest server that you find, and then, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, like it shouldn't be, that many cops chasing you now. And then you want to go ahead and just, I would say, like, repeat pretty much the same thing you would do in the private server as I showed you before, the priority list, all the tips that I gave you. You just want to go ahead and do that on that server now. Now I do know that sometimes servers can just all of a sudden fill up to like the max players, and in that case you could just do the same thing and look for the small server, then join that, and then you should be good to go. I would just keep doing that every time the server fills up, and then I mean using the private server would be better, but I mean if you can't afford an iron stand, this is the way that you can do it. Okay, well, hopefully that helps out those that don't exactly have a private server or anything. Hopefully you can still make money that way. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the best way that I know of on how to grind out contracts. So on my notepad here, I went ahead and put down every contract I know of, and I put down tips for them. So going down the list here, we first have rob the museum without dying. I mean, okay, there shouldn't be too much explained through here. Wait, do I actually have the contract? Okay, perfect. Yep, I do. Now, as I said, there isn't too much explained through here. You just gotta go ahead and rob the museum. Now, I mean, what I recommend is that you rob the museum first, and then once you're done robbing the museum, I would then recommend enabling the contract, just like that. Because if you abort the contract, that happens, you get a 3-minute timer, and then you can't do it again within 3 minutes. And let's say, I don't know, for some reason you tend to die in the museum a lot, I would recommend doing that, so like, I guess you have a, higher chance of doing, like, if you die in a museum one time, you can just, maybe you can immediately go back and then, you know, you don't have to wait for the 3-minute timer or anything. Okay, well, I mean, might as well just go ahead and turn that in. There we go. Okay, moving on down the list here, we now have rob the cargo train and passenger train without dying. Okay, well, there's a passenger train right here, so what you're gonna want to do is just, well, you know, you gotta rob both the trains, and what I recommend is don't rob anything else, like, you know, while you have the contract enabled, and obviously you got to enable it once you know, are about to rob your first train. So like I said, I recommend just going for the train so I have that contract enabled, and that's it. I mean, why you ask? I mean, first off, you know, you don't want to get arrested or have a cop carry you something, because then you're going to fail the contract, and maybe you don't want to rob anything else in the meantime because you don't really need to do that, and it just puts you at a greater risk of dying and, you know, failing the contract. I mean, this is pretty much a waiting game, you know, you gotta wait for the passenger train to spawn in, and you gotta wait for the cargo train to spawn in, and you gotta make sure you don't die in between. Now, if you're feeling like you don't care about your Robux that much, you can go ahead and go to the server control and just spawn in a train, and then, you know, you'll be able to complete it faster, but then, you know, it's, you gotta spend some Robux now. And, you know, you gotta go ahead and spawn the passenger train at night. Well, there is a 20% chance to get a cargo train, but I mean, if you don't care about your Robux, I mean, you know, just stick with that, I guess. I don't know. Then, you know, the cargo train, you would spawn that during the day. Okay, moving on here. Get a $3,000 bounty without dying. I mean, this one is pretty straightforward as well, but I recommend robbing the museum, robbing the passenger train, robbing the cargo train, robbing the power plant, because those give out the most bounty. Like, I believe the museum, like, in the public server, I recommend doing contracts in the public server, by the way. The museum, I believe, in the public server gives out 1,000 bounty. The passenger train, I believe, gives out like 800. The cargo train gives out like 900. The power plant, I think it's 800. I'm not too sure though. I mean, I guess it could also kind of work in a private server, because the museum gives you like 800 bounty in a private server. The power plant gives you like 500 in private server. The cargo train, actually not the cargo train. The passenger train, I wouldn't recommend robbing that, because that only gives you 80 bounty in the private server, so that's gonna, you know, take forever. Okay, moving on here. Break a criminal out of handcuffs. Okay, I know this can be pretty tough to do, but I think the fast way to do this is just to get yourself and 2 other friends on, and then you can just go ahead and have one friend, or not, alts can work too. So you just have one account arrest another account, and then I could just go ahead and break you out, and then I'll go ahead and get the contract that way. I mean, that's what I recommend. I know it can be pretty hard to, like, you know, find a criminal arrested and break them out if that's what you're specifically trying to do, and there could be and chances are there's a cop right there with you still, so, you know, you have a risk of getting arrested. But yeah, that's what I recommend doing. It's probably my least favorite contract, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so moving on here, we're actually moving on to the cop contracts now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to the police team. I am now on the police team, and the first cop contract that we got is pop the tires of a criminal vehicle. I mean, you could just look for a criminal, you know, that's driving the car and pop out the tires. I mean, that's not too hard to do. But you could also get one of your friends or an alternate account and then just, you know, have them sit in the car. And then you could just go ahead and pop their tires, and then there you go, you'll get the contract. Okay, so moving on here. Our next contract is arrest a certain amount of criminals without dying. I mean, you could just, you know, play the oldest trick in a jailbreak book and say, like, you know, money for card or something. You could always do that. But what you could also do is get an alt or a friend or just a few accounts, and then just go ahead and have them punch your main one time, and then I can just go ahead and arrest. Well, okay, you're already a criminal, so I can just arrest you anyway. I mean, this is pretty much what I did when I was grinding cop levels. I would get, like, a bunch of my fans, like, on my stream something, and they could just, like, punch me one time and then I arrest them. But that's not how you level up now. How you level up, you gotta do contracts now, which is the only way to level up. But I do guess you can still kind of do that with this contract that I had, so, you know, you just keep doing that so you can just go ahead and punch me, I guess. So your friend just punches you one time, and then you could just go ahead and arrest them, and just keep doing that, you know, as many arrests as you need, you know, until you complete your contract. Okay, so for the next 2 contracts, this works best in public servers, so we're just gonna go ahead and go onto a public server, you know, for demonstration purposes. Okay, so we are now on a public server, so we can go ahead and demonstrate these last two contracts I'm going to go ahead and go over. Okay, so first off, I want to go ahead and get my alt inside here. Okay, now I know that arresting the criminal with a pretty high bounty can be pretty tough sometimes, so I kind of found a way around this. So what you're going to want to do is get your alternate account or get a friend on. I mean, it doesn't really matter, you just need another account for this. So you're going to want your main account to be a cop, and you're going to want your alternate account to be a prisoner, or your friend, I don't know, wherever the case is. Okay, well here is my alt's point of view. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do, I had a, you know, $1,000 bounty that I need to arrest. So what you're going to want to do is kill your main over and over again on your alternate account, and that way your alternate account will get 250 bounty for each time your alternate account, you know, kills your main or any other cop. Okay, well, my main just spawned the military base. This is not what I want. Yeah, I mean, sometimes this could be a problem. Your main could just keep spawning into places like that, like completely far away from the prison. Oh wait, I can't even arrest you. What? I cannot even arrest you. Okay, fine, I'll just shoot you down, I don't know. Okay, I guess that does it. So as I was saying, I got my main here again, so it's going to want to go ahead and keep repeating this process over and over again until your alternate account or friend has the bounty that you need to arrest. And like I said, you get 250 bounty for each time you kill your main or any other cop. My main spawn here again, so that's pretty convenient. Okay, so that was 3 times, so you can spawn here again. Yes, you are. Now for this contract specifically, arrest a criminal with a certain amount of bounty. You want to make sure that the bounty is at least 1 over, because my alt has a $1,000 bounty right now, but if I go ahead and accept this contract and I try arresting my alt right now, that happens. See, it has a $1,000 bounty, and I never completed the contract, so you actually need to be 1 over for this, at least 1 over I think, for you to actually complete the contract. I learned that one the hard way when I tried that one time and then it didn't work and I had to do it all over again. Now one more thing, let's say you got this same contract, but the contract said they had to arrest a criminal with a $3,000 bounty, which is quite a bit. And if you feel like, oh my god, like that's way too much bounty, I don't wanna have to, like, you know, kill my main or another cop, like, you know, that many times. What you could actually do is rejoin the server, and you could actually maybe get a lower bounty or maybe a higher bounty. It's pretty much a random chance thing. Now, I'm not a fan of random chance, but this can definitely work. I'll go ahead and rejoin the server right now just to, you know, prove that this actually works. Okay, so I rejoined the server here, and if we go to... Yep, okay, it changed by 500. Actually, it's actually now 500 more bounty that I need to get. Now this number can either go lower or higher, but chances are, you know, if this says, let's say, a $3,000 bounty, then chances are when you rejoin, you're gonna get a lower bounty than that. So, you know, if you think the bounty's too high, try rejoining then. Maybe you can get something lower or higher. Okay, so for the last contract that I know of, arrest a certain amount of criminal bounty worth without dying. Now, I mean, you could just go into a public server and, you know, just start arresting a bunch of criminals, you know, in the hopes that you don't die or anything. But an easier way to do it is pretty much what I did last time, you know, with the arrest a criminal with a certain amount of bounty contract. Now this one is a little bit different because, well, first off, you want to go ahead and enable the contract like right before you're about to arrest your alt or friend or just another account or whatever. I mean, that's because, you know, if your main is getting killed over and over again, it would count as, like, you know, if you were to abort the contract or if you die, then that would happen, then you get a 3-minute timer until you can retry it, and, you know, that's not really that fun to wait. You know, who likes waiting? Now, one more difference between the two, you know, this one, arrest a criminal with a, let's say, yeah, it says $15,000 bounty. You have to get, like, at least $1 more over, but if you have the other one, I currently don't have the other one, but if you have the other one that's, you know, arrest a certain amount of bounty, you know, without dying, for that one, you can actually arrest someone with that exact bounty, and then you would be able to complete the contract, unlike this other one where you need like at least like $1 extra over. Now I don't actually have the contract right now, but you know, that's what I know of it. That's some personal experience, and yeah, hopefully you could just take my word for it. I've proven everything else, and this guy's just shooting me now. Why do you guys shoot me? Come on now. Why do you guys shoot me? Oh, okay, well, he has killed me. Yes, I did get that on camera. Oh god, there's 2 criminals now trying to, can I arrest you through that? No, I can't. Oh no, come on. Oh, well, they killed me again. I just went ahead and got a sad face. Okay, we're here at the military base that has a giant force field to protect us from those criminals. Oh my god, those criminals are crazy. Okay, well, I think I have covered just about everything, so if you did find this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button. That really helped me out. Now, if you did like this video, please consider subscribing. I mean, I know this video is probably going to get a lot of views, but I don't even think this is like the best content that I make. I think the best content that I make are movies. Now, I do think that the movies deserve a lot more views than however many views that this video is going to get, so please consider checking them out. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I really do think that you'll enjoy them. And be sure to turn on notifications so that way you don't miss out on any new uploads, live streams, movies, teasers, trailers, community posts, everything you do here on the channel. So yeah, that's going to be it, and I will see you all in the next video.